the sound doesn't turn out too well in the practice, I may not upload it. So on this beautiful day, on the 23rd of May, let's come seated towards the front of our chairs. Close the eyes and begin to breathe. First, just observing the breath. And if your area is like ours, where we're situated, the load of tree pollen overnight was extreme. Just observing how the breath is moving today.
The microphone, and that wasn't plugged in, so therefore that explained it. Okay, so now we have sound. We're here. Chris has joined us. So let's continue to focus on the breath. Now bringing the breath more deeply into the lower reaches of the lungs, expanding the belly, and drawing the belly back towards the spine as we exhale. Even the weight on the right and left sit bones. So let's really accentuate the contact between the sit bones in the chair. First, try and find the approximate center of the sit bones. Now rock all the weight over to the right, lifting the left sit bone away from the chair, anchoring the right, come through center, anchoring the left sit bone and lifting the right sit bone away from the chair. Let's do rock right once more and rock left once more. Come back and even the weight on the sit bones right to left. Rock the weight towards the front of the sit bones, and maybe you will feel the pelvis tilt slightly forward like that. And then roll the weight towards the back of the sit bones, tilting the pelvis back. So roll forward one more time and roll back one more time. And again, come to the center, right to left, front to back. So if you place the hands on the rim of the sit bone, you'd feel that the front and back of the pelvis are roughly level. So think of the pelvis as that big bowl. And if you tilt forward, water might spill out the front. Tilt back, water spills out the back. But now you're bringing that water to a smooth and calm place in the center. Visualize each vertebrae of the spine stacking one upon the next, all the way up to the base of the skull, and then finally through those cervical vertebrae. And knowing that that spine is not absolutely straight, that the natural curves, the forward curve of the cervical spine, the curve towards the back body of the thoracic spine, and the curve towards the front body of the lumbar spine. Allow the spine to find its strength to support the body. The muscle's job is to align the spine to carry the weight of the upper body all the way down into the sacrum From the sacrum, it spreads to the right and left sit bones. And that's that pressure we feel on the right and left sit bones is the supporting of the whole weight of the upper body. Now continue from the hips down through the knees all the way to the feet. And although the feet aren't our primary contact or primary support for the upper body, feel the connection between the feet and the floor. From the strength that comes from the connection of the feet to the floor and the seat to the chair, begin to even out the flow of the breath now. And take 2 more deep breaths at your own time and your own pace. One more final breath. Inhale. Exhale. Let's continue our breath work with some alternate nostril breathing. Closing the right nostril. Inhaling through the left. Close left, exhale right. Inhale right. Close left, exhale left. Inhale left. Close left, exhale right. Inhale right. Close right, exhale left. Inhale left. Close left, exhale right. Inhale right. Close right, exhale left. Release the hands. So let's now begin to warm up the spine with some cat-cow moves. So inhaling, lifting the sternum, and think of that string rising from the sternum, pulling you up towards the sky, and then exhale, round the back towards the back of the chair. Inhale up. Exhale back. Inhale up for 3. Exhale back for 3. And come back to a neutral spine once again in our seated mountain pose. Let's interlace the fingers and press the palms out towards me. Draw the shoulder blades away from the spine. Slide the palms forward and then bring the shoulder blades back towards the spine. So let those shoulders move in and out on the upper back. Raise the arms overhead. Stretch the palms towards the ceiling. Flip the palms. Bring the palms to the top of the head. And close the elbows for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Let's bring now the elbows to a cactus position. And just from observing you, rather than emphasizing the forward movement, I want you to really think about the rear as we open the arms to the side, trying to expand that limit of the movement of the shoulders for 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Stretch the arms out to the side now. Take the right arm over the left. Shoulders reach the fingertips onto the shoulder blades. Wrap, either stay there or wrap the arms around one another. Lift the fingertips up towards the ceiling. Lengthen the spine and gently fold any amount over the legs. Inhale, come back to center. Unwind the arms. Roll the shoulder blades forward, up, back, and down. Reach out again. We took right over left. Now take left over right. Again, try and work the fingertips down around the edge of the shoulders rather than reaching over the top. That's good. Great. Now wrap the arms around each other. Raise the fingertips. Inhale here. Exhale. Fold the upper body. Folding at the hip crease. Folding forward. Inhale, come back up to center. Unravel the arms. Roll the shoulders forward, up, back, and down. Hopefully you have your weights handy. Let's grasp our weights. Take one weight in each hand. I want you to pay special attention, coming back to that stacking of the spine. And now we're going to move laterally, doing both some warm-up and strengthening work. And I want, again, paying special attention to the oblique muscles, lifting and lowering for 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10, 11, 11, and 12, and 12. Come back to center. Weights sort of facing this way, parallel to the, so weights are like that. Let's move, do some curls for 1, and drag the weights down for 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10, 11, 11, and 12, and 12. Bring the forearms parallel with the floor. Ah, there's Chris. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Let's bring the weights to rest on the thighs, just above the knees. You can draw the heels slightly back the little back of the knees, and lift and lower the heels for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Let's lean the body slightly forward. And we're going to do some flies here. So we're leaning slightly forward, but the back is not rounded. Arms are extended out. And again, we're going to lift for 1, lower for 1. 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10, 11, 11, and 12, and 12. Back up to seated, roll the arms forward, up, back, and down. Again, let's take one of our weights now. We'll begin with our right hand. Reach that weight towards the floor and lift and go across. 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 3, 4, 4, 4, 4, 5, 5, 5, 5, 6, 6, 6, 6, 7, 7, 7, 7, 8, 8, 8, 8, 9, 9, 9, 9, 10, 10, 10, 10, 11, 11, 11, 11, 12, 12, 12, and 12. Switch the weight to the opposite side. So I'm now coming to my right hand, so you're going to your left hand. Again, if you notice that you can't keep your form, if the weight's moving a little uncontrolled, either drop the weights or just cease to do the work. 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 3, 4, 4, 4, 4, 5, 5, 5, 5, 6, 6, 6, 6, 7, 7, 7, 7, 8, 8, 8, 8, 9, 9, 9, 9, 10, 10, 10, 10, 11, 11, 11, 11, and 12, 12, 12, 12, and 12. Just come up to standing beside your chair. This arm slightly back. So we're going to do tricep strengthening here, supporting yourself with one hand on the chair, and reach back for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Let's go around now the opposite direction. Again, supporting one hand on the chair, kicking back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Come back now, seated, and we'll finish off our weight work with our core work. So again, taking one weight, 2 weights, or no weights. Let's cross the arms. Remember, try and get as close to the front of the chair as you feel comfortable in supporting yourself. Keep the spine stacked and really bring the awareness to those core muscles all the way up the front of the body. And I want you to feel them working as we go back, lean towards the back of the chair, and then contracting as we exhale and come forward. Inhale back. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Four. 4. 5. 5. 6. 6. 7. 7. 8. 8. 9. 9. 10. 10. 11. 11. And 12. And 12. Release the arms. So whatever cross you did during the first set, find the opposite cross for the second set. Inhale here. Exhale for 1. Inhale for 2. 3. 3. 4. 4. 5. 5. 6. 6. 7. 7. 8. 8. 9. 9. 10. 10. 11. 11. And 12. 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. And come back to neutral. So we'll set the weights aside for now. Let's take one of our blocks. Place the block between the feet and take the mounds of the big toes. I want you to squeeze the mounds of the big toes in. So creating pressure on the outer edge of the block. You might even lift the toes away from the floor. Bring as much pressure as you can to bear on that block. And release. Now let's take the block up between the calves. So find about the thickest part of the calf. Squeeze the calves into center. You might even bring the hands to the outside of the calves. And let's finally bring the block in between the thighs. Once again, about the midpoint of the thigh bone. And again, squeeze into center. Feel the muscles activating, the glutes, those muscles around the hips, activating to create that inward movement of the body, of the legs. Finally, let's take the block out front, squeeze in, and raise that block overhead, and drop the block behind the head. Raise and lower for 1. Try and keep the elbows squeezing in. 2, 3, 4. Squeeze the elbows in. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Release the block down onto the floor and come back to our seated mountain pose. Just take a moment. Once again, come back to that stacking of the spine where we started our class. And again, find that deep, even, extended exhale breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Let's take the arms to the side. Raise the arms overhead. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, rise up about halfway on your inhale breath. Keep lengthening the spine as you fold over the legs once more. Inhale, come all the way up and return the hands to heart center. Let's inhale up, draw the right leg back, extend the left foot forward, point the toes towards the ceiling, flex the right toes into the shin. If you're feeling an undue strain in the back of the right knee, bring the slightest of micro bends to the right knee. Fold over the legs, either bringing the hands to rest on the left thigh or the blocks, extending forward. Now, when we're in this forward fold, I want you to bring your attention to the pelvic floor, lift and strengthen all those core muscles, and notice the effect that that has on the stretch in the back of that extended leg. Take one more full breath here. Let the inhale raise you all the way up. Right foot comes back. Now the left foot extends towards the camera. The toes point towards the ceiling. Press the right heel down to stretch the right calf while extending the body over that extended left leg. Again, using the blocks to support the back, to support the hands, to allow you to keep the back nice and long as you use the breath to deepen the stretch over that extended leg. Inhale, draw the feet into center, hands meet overhead. Exhale, again folding from the hip crease over the legs. Rise up halfway, fold, and come all the way up as our hands meet overhead and we draw the hands back to heart center. So now we're going to do, I think 4 rounds of putting those moves together into a modified chair sun salutation. So let's lift, exhale, fold. Halfway lift, exhale, fold. Come all the way up. Right foot extends, left foot draws back as we fold over that extended right leg. Heel pressing into the floor, toes pointing towards the ceiling and flex towards the shin. 1 full breath here. Inhale, come all the way up. Hands and feet meet at the center. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, rise up halfway. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, all the way up. Right foot draws back, left foot extends, and fold over that extended left leg. Take a deep, full breath in here. And exhale, let the stretch deepen towards the legs. Inhale, come all the way up. The feet and hands meet at the center. And exhale, fold over the legs. Rise halfway up on our inhale. Exhale, fold all the way up. And hands return to heart center. Let's repeat that once again. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale halfway up. Exhale. Inhale all the way up. Right back, left extends. Fold over the extended left leg. One full breath. Inhale, rise all the way up. Fold over the legs. Halfway lift. Exhale. All the way up. Extend the right. Left comes back. Fold over the right. Try to move the left heel towards the floor. On our next inhale, we come all the way up. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale. Halfway up. Exhale over the legs. Inhale, rise all the way up. And return to heart center. 2 more rounds of our chair sun salutation. Inhale. Exhale. Halfway lift. All the way up. Right back, left forward. One more breath here. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. All the way up. Right, left back, right out. Exhale, fold over the legs. All the way up. Exhale, fold. All the way up. Hands to heart center. Final round. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Right out, left back. Exhale. Hold for one breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, come up. Exhale. Inhale. Inhale, rise. Right back, left forward. Exhale over the leg. Inhale, come all the way up. Hands and feet meet at the center. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, rise halfway. Exhale, fold all the way up and back to heart center. Let's turn ourselves now sideways on the chair. Let's bring our thigh on the chair parallel to the back of the chair. The inside arm twist towards the chair. Side arm to the back of the chair. Support you as you stretch that outside leg as far back as you can, working that outside leg towards straight. Lift, or actually first, let's bring the hands to the thigh. Use the hands on the thigh to help support the spine as you strengthen the core muscles. And from the strength of the core muscles, extend the arms towards the ceiling. Breathing here. Really. Let's draw that outside leg in, turn into the opposite direction. Beginning with the knee below the hip. Try and line up the knee, the hip, the shoulder, the ear, and rise all the way up to the tip of the fingers. Take the second arm up. Remember using our obliques to twist us towards the chair. The hands simply guiding us. Inhale, come back to center. Support yourself with the chair side arm. Stretch that outside leg as far back as you can. May not go straight today, may not go straight tomorrow, but keep working towards straight, rolling that outside hip forward, stretching that area at the front of the hip, bringing both hands onto the thigh, supporting the spine, strengthening the core muscles to further support the spine as we lift up, using the strength of the core to find the strength in our chair-supported runner's lunge. Exhale. Release the arms down. Let's drop that back leg in. Come back to center. Take the legs into a V. And now bring the hands to rest inside the knees. And just gently open the knees with the hands. And now squeeze the knees into the resistance of the hands. Now let's come up to standing. Come to our standing mountain pose behind our chair, facing the back of the chair. Feet are hip distance apart. Anchor the bases of the big toe, little toe. Lift the strength up from the legs by lifting the arches, lifting the inner legs. Breathing here. Let's raise the arms overhead and exhale, fold forward towards our chair. Inhale, rise up halfway. Exhale, fold towards the chair. Inhale, come all the way up and return the hands to heart center. Inhale, fold, rise halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, way up. And return the hands to heart center. This time, as we come up and fold, we're just going to bring the hands. You can either rest them the back of the chair or place them on the seat of the chair. Back the legs away and come into an L shape. Or if you're down on the seat of the chair, you can start to move towards more of a V shape, coming into a very modified downward dog. Breathing here. Now let's turn the right toe slightly, angle them out slightly towards the side of the mat. Slip the left foot in towards the chair. Straighten the left leg and bend the left knee in towards the chair. Straighten, bend in, and straighten, and raise the arms overhead, and coming into a warrior one pose. Lower the hands to the chair, raise the back heel, and step both feet back to meet at the back of the chair. Breathe here. Turn the left toes Step the right foot towards the chair. Hands to the hips. Bend and straighten the right leg. And this time, let's lift the arms. Option. As always, lift the arm. And breathe here. Back to the chair. We lift the back heel. Step both feet back to meet L-shaped pose. And stretch up the body. Again, from our L shape, your hands can remain on the top or come to the seat of the chair. Let's raise the right leg away from the floor. Try and point the toes. Try and get as much extension as you can in the right leg. And now we're going to tap the right toe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Right foot becomes the anchor. Left foot extends behind, and tap the toe for 1, initiating the movement from the glutes. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Come back to our L shape or chair modified downward dog. Walk the feet in towards the chair. Inhale, come all the way up. Enter. Just before we come to tree pose, we've been doing a lot of calf work recently. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and come back down. Let's turn, standing beside our chair, finishing our standing work with tree pose. So take a moment to bring your focus to this chair side leg. Find that anchoring of the chair side leg, the support for your pose. Lift the outside heel. Bring the heel perhaps to the ankle, perhaps to the calf, and perhaps to the inner thigh. Bring the hands into heart center. Raise the hands perhaps overhead. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back to center. Release that outside leg. Let's allow it to swing. And come to the point where that leg is, the heel is directly below. And just, again, use the glute to lift that leg behind for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Let's move over to the other side. Again, now your focus, the opposite leg is your foundation. Bring the focus to that leg. Lift the heel, and you might stay here. Bring the heel to the ankle, and you might stay here. Bring the heel to the calf. You might stay here, or come up onto the inner thigh. Doesn't work for my right leg. Press into center. Open the arms. Breathe here. And 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back to center and lift that leg behind for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and let's grab a drink. Have anything handy that you're going to need for final relaxation. Come to seated. Let's just begin our seated work in seated mountain pose. Spine stacked. Breathe here. Inhale the arms overhead. Exhale, take the left hand to the outside of the right thigh and twist towards the right side. Inhale the arms once more overhead. Right hand comes to the outside of the left thigh and twist left. Inhale, raise the arms overhead. Fold over the legs. And just take 2 or 3 slow breaths here, beginning to slow the breath down. 2 more. 1. Inhale, come all the way up. Return the hands to heart center. Slide back in your chair. And now let the body be as fully and completely supported by the chair and the floor as possible. Leaning slightly into the chair. Taking a few breaths here. First, relinquishing control of the breath. Begin to feel the body feel very fluid, very almost shapeless. So in our practice, we work to move the body into a series of external shapes. Shapes such as our runner's lunge, our tree pose, our warrior one. But when we can, this is a preparation for final relaxation. So having worked the muscles, having found those external shapes, prepares us to allow the body to relax. Continuing to slow the breath right down. And finally, seeing if we can allow the mind to rest in the present moment, setting aside the busyness that so often keeps our minds from finding even a moment's rest. The busyness may come from reliving a moment in the past, or a series of events in the past, or planning or worrying about the future. Try and just set those things aside, and you might even think of having an imaginary whiteboard beside you. Write those thoughts that keep your mind busy down on the whiteboard, and know that when you finish your practice, they'll be there. But the process of relaxation may allow you to approach those items with more clarity, more resolve, and although many of us need a little more time in final relaxation, it's now time for us to get on with our day, or if you wish to rest in final relaxation, begin to deepen the breath. Slide yourself forward in the chair. Check in with your seated mountain pose one final time. Scan the body, observe the effect of your practice today. And don't compare it with any previous practice. And don't try to evaluate your practice. Just know that whatever your practice was today was exactly the right thing for you today. Inhale the arms overhead. And as we exhale, draw the hands back to heart center and thank yourself for making time for this practice today. Thank each other for sharing your practice. And thank you so much for allowing me to guide you through your practice today. Thank you. Thank you.